doing pretty well. It's the one I got recently. Disable the lid switch. Cracked the top right here, unfortunately, in transport when I was getting it up here. But I fixed motor start. The motor start capacitor was having issues. Thank you to Mr. Greg Nunn for giving me the wiring diagram and supplying me with the proper information on how to fix that. And we're doing a cold rinse. It's hot water. The water valve's stuck open, and I'm just going to keep it in service for now until I can find something else. But this is the lint. Perfect timing, no pun intended. There's a light. I have a 118 I got from Bob O'Rear last year. Got this for free. It's been fully restored, so it works perfectly. But I'm using these two. I got a light right here. Unfortunately, laundry's upstairs, so it's everything's kind of rigged right now just to get things going. I had to take the doors off, the door jambs off, just to be able to fit these two in here properly. And then I've got a dryer hard wired up right here, right in front of these two. It's a newer Whirlpool. It's nothing too special. There's a sock right there. And then I've got a 57 Kenmore right there I was going to use, but that's not going to happen. This model's a rapid dry. So right here, I think it only gets to about 710, but here in the dry section, it gets up to 1010. Second fastest spinning top loader, one of the fastest spinning top loaders of the vintage era. Way faster than this, or especially that Kenmore over there. So this is a solid tub, time fill. Your typical GM Frigidaire with the up and down agitation. But you can hear the pump running. The pump's running all the time, and they're both pumped back there. But here's all your settings. So right here's your delicate, but it's still trying to roll it over. You just have your white, non-color fast, special, wash and wear, man-made wash and wear, delicate, back to regular, small load increments. I think it advances the timer faster. And then you've got a cancel button right here, and right there it's doing a cold rinse, cold overflow. It's to move the suds away from the laundry. But here's where it starts getting a little bit more splashy. Just stopped. I had to pause it and delete a few things off my phone. So next thing it's going to do is it's going to go into spin. Now this floor is good, but this thing weighs at least 250, maybe more. Well, I'd say at least 200. It's heavy. Plus with all that water and all those wet clothes in there, it's probably pushing over 300 right now. So when it starts doing its spin, it kind of jiggles around, and I gotta fix all this, like I said. It's kind of, I got the other piece right here, but we were also running Persil liquid detergent. I can't really find any powder. Here it goes. Yep, throwing the water out of the tub. I think that's like 300 RPM or something like that. It's not very fast, just enough to get the water thrown over the tub. And right now, it's pumping the water from the pump and into my drain spout over there. That was quite a few towels. It's 3 big towels, and then a bunch. I had a couple hand towels, 2 or 3 hand towels, and then a bunch of those small little blue towels. I always try to keep this thing wiped down in between, well, anybody's machine that I'm using, whether it's mine or somebody else's. There it goes. Yep, that's 710 right there. It doesn't do rapid dry right here. It does rapid dry right here and in the extra rinse section. It doesn't even do it in the soak. You can tell it's starting to jiggle around a little bit. But honestly, it's not bad for being on a solid wood floor. It looks so nice. Yeah, the camera doesn't want to focus. But here's the 118 I'm using as well. This machine is awesome. Center lint filter, and the whole thing. Disabled lid switch. Hot wash, warm rinse, cold wash, cold rinse, warm wash, cold rinse, hot wash, cold rinse. I usually do a warm wash. I'll switch it here, and then in the rinse section I'll switch it back. And this one's slowing down and throwing water all over the place. Now this is going to be the overflow rinse portion of the wash. Oh, and I also have a bucket right here where the darn dryer's going into. I gotta get something figured out. I don't like draining it into the room, but don't really have another choice. We were line drying everything, and now it's just getting really old really quick. Especially since I bought all new towels. These aren't going to get any fabric softener since most of it's relatively new towels. But you put fabric softener over here. There's 2 hoses that come in here where the fill valve is, where the spigot is right here, and that's where it goes, and I believe it automatically throws it in there when it's timed. And then here's your detergent cup. All the old Frigidaires had detergent cups at the top. And then there's another piece. This one was still being used until last year, believe it or not. But the overflow rinse, the rinsing on this thing, I don't think anything really rinses as good as an old solid tub. Of course, that's opinion, but that thing does pretty good with its spray rinse. I'll take a video of that sometime. But I'm going to pause it. I'm running out of time. Rinse portion. It's rolling stuff over very nicely. It's also making a mess. Drop something. Whole floor is kind of feels like dun, 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 every time it's agitating. Clear towards the bottom. Like I said, these things rinse really nice. Okay, now it's stopped. And now we're waiting. Sorry, I had to move a few things. I paused it. Now it's literally next increment of the timer. I believe it goes every minute. It will move. It will start throwing the water. You can see some of the soap's soap at the top of the tub. Just a teeny bit though, not bad for this machine. Quite a bit of towels in there as well. There she goes. That initial ramp up, it's definitely not as fast as Untitled, but it does pretty nicely. See, we're in the dry portion. Right here's the motor resetter when the motor gets too hot. I believe if you screw with one of these, you'll mess with the rollers. Right now it's in low speed spin. I'm not 100% sure, but I believe the next increment or two of the timer, it'll engage the high speed roller at the top of the mechanism, and then after that it'll shift right here about halfway through the dry. Last 2 minutes of spin, I believe, is the rapid dry, and I think that's where the motor goes into its second speed. It's a 2-speed motor. That's how you increment all these. I believe that's the 2-speed. It's not the rollers, but there that goes, and that's carrying it up to 710 from like 3 something. Non-rapid dry models are all, I believe, 710 RPM. Yep, there it is. So that's 710 right there. It'll do that for about a minute. Now, I'm curious to see how it's going to do. It might jiggle around a little bit, so if it does, I apologize. Gotta fix that piece right there either way. This thing's lid switch is kind of annoying. Every time, you can't even get it to fill with a lid switch disengaged. So I just took the wires out of it, put them together, bypassed the lid switch because I don't like having the lids. I don't see a use of the lid switch right now. Now, if I were to sell it to somebody or whatever, I'd probably just put the lid switch back on, but right now I don't see a point. But I opened it up, the top, and cleaned it all out, and here's where it goes into high speed. Now this is where the whole floor is shaking right now as she gets higher and faster and faster and faster. Yep. Now the 118 jiggles around a little bit too, but when it first goes, it kind of jiggles around. It doesn't do too bad. It's not doing too bad right now. So there's 1010, about, like I said, about halfway through the timer. And the The darn door, the darn lid is the one thing that's jiggling around a bit. I've got it set on top of the 118. I always leave the doors open on these things. Now these things will be dry in about, I estimate, 30 to 35 minutes on after this spin. This is a really nice spin. It does nicely. One more increment of the timer and it's going to go. It actually does two more increments. One right here where it shuts it off, and then another one where the machine's officially off, timer motor stops, and it's time for you to take your laundry out. Darn thing is jiggling around. It's not a big deal though. It's a little bit annoying. Put a towel underneath of it. We're doing pretty good. I think when it stops, it's gonna shake around because it's a lot of force getting that thing to go. Doesn't want to autofocus. There's the timer. Dries it off nicely too. There's a lot of air coming right here. Yep, there it goes. And now it's probably going to jiggle a little bit. Yep, she does. Not too bad. And she's done. About 12 to 14 minutes, I believe, is a full load of laundry. And they're pretty darn dry. Not too tangled up either, see? I dropped towel. Thank you again to Greg Nunn, Gansky1 on the AW forum. He gave me the information needed to get the motor start capacitor running, and then the wiring diagram to get this machine running. Thank you again, Greg, and hope everyone enjoys the video.